Hello, my friends. So, we're here with a real talk video today. Once again, I've said this in all my videos. I'm wearing the same black tee and the same thing because I'm doing some power filming today. Things might get a little bit crazy. I might go away. So, I want to make sure I have some things to upload for you guys. I haven't done a real talk video in a while, so this is the My Wishes tag. And I thought it would be fun. I haven't really read the questions that much, so I'm just going to go off the top of my head. So, let's go. Number one, what do you wish you knew when you were younger? OMG. When I was younger, all I wanted to be was grown up. I was already starting to live as an adult. I wanted to be out. I was miserable. I wanted independence and I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And in high school, I already was living like I just didn't enjoy the experience as much as I should have. And one of my teachers and yearbook advisors took me a walk around the school one night, and she was like, "Come on, let's go. Let's take a walk. Let's take a break from the computer." So she walked me around. She's like, "Jessica, I promise you that at some point in your life you're going to wish that you enjoyed this time more and you wouldn't be so miserable and just want to be out of high school." And this, boy, is she right. I'm not saying that I don't enjoy my life. I do have all the freedom I want because I do work for myself. It comes with a lot of stress, but you have to worry about making sure your lights are on and making sure you're responsible for every aspect of your life. Stuff that your parents were responsible for or actually reminded you to do or whatever it was. So I wish I would have known to just take a second, take a breath like I just did, and just enjoy the moment. And that's something that I'm trying to really teach myself to do now. Number two, where do you wish you could live? I can live anywhere I want. I go home to see my parents in Michigan. I could do my work there. A lot of times I don't even tell my clients because nothing changes. I would visit my best friend in Florida. She doesn't live there anymore. They wouldn't know I was gone. I can live anywhere. I think most importantly, I just want to live where I'm happy. So right now, where I live, I'm happy. If that changes in the future, or I get married and my husband wants to move, or whatever it is, I would be willing to do that. Three, what is the one thing you wish you could do? I wish I could draw. Actually, there's a handful of things, but I've always wished that I had more artistic ability when it comes to drawing. I have a very creative mind, like more with abstract. So I'm really good at like collaging or like doing abstract art, patterns and colors and stuff like that. I guess a lot of people would probably say I wish that I had your creativity. I live a creative life. I'm a writer. I make my living by being creative. Being a YouTuber, you have to have some creative, talent, I guess, or maybe not. I mean, a lot of us, we all do the same kind of videos, but it's what you bring to it, But I always wish that I could draw. Four, what would you wish you to be better at? Oh, what do I wish I could be better at? I wish that I was better at dancing. Not saying I just dance. I don't care. I'm not like a technical dancer. I've never taken, lessons or stuff, but I wish that I actually could dance the way that people dance, and that's something I could do. I could take dance lessons, so that's something I easily could do. What did you wish to become when you were little? A teacher, a figure skater, a musician, like a singer, a psychologist. I wanted to be a psychologist. I think it was like third, fourth, and fifth grade, and part of sixth, and then all of a sudden sixth grade I want to be a journalist, and I don't remember why I changed my mind. I always wrote ever since I was really young, maybe 5, 6. I wrote short stories. I still have them. Well, some of them. I wrote a newspaper about my whole family, and I did it like every time we were all together. I would do it, and I would design it, and I would print it and give it to each of my aunts and uncles. So I think it's a very natural that I was supposed to be a writer, but I also want to be a gymnast. To this day, I still love gymnastics, and I did it one year when I was a kid, and I guess that's something else that I wish I could do, is that I wish I would have went and did gymnastics, but I did cheerleading instead for 7 or almost 8 years. So next thing is there anything you wish you could change about the world? Where should I start? Okay, I guess I'll bring this one up. It's controversial, but that's what these real talk videos are. I really wish that the world would be more accepting of differences. What I'm mostly talking about is racism in our country, but it also appeals to homophobia. I feel like when people are around something that they don't understand, they can't relate to, it's automatically wrong and it incites hate. And especially in with racism, it's 2015, and it really sickens and saddens and angers me, even as a white woman, um, that the black community is treated a certain way still. And what's crazy to me is to think that even in the 60s is, when things started, segregation ended, but that's not that long ago. And it still floors me that it took that long for us to accept people that just have different skin color. Now, I think I mentioned this in my video before. I'm not sure, but my ex was half black, half Filipino. I do date black men. I have no issue with that. And with that, I would marry a black man. And if I did, I would have mixed children. And I think that's what bothers me the most, is wondering and worrying how my children will be treated. And honestly, it makes me really emotional, even just talking about other people's children, or just other people that I don't even know that have experienced certain things. I've personally experienced racism as a white woman from the black community as well. One time I was out with my ex, we were eating at this place called Moe's. It's like a Mexican place. And I was eating, he wasn't. We were just sitting there and talking, and I get up to go to the bathroom. He's like, "Oh, I'll take your tray," He walked past a table of, I'd say maybe 40s and 50s black women, and they said to him, "You can't date someone of your own race," or, "Oh, you had to go and date a white girl," or something like that. Like, they were hating on him as a black man to date a white girl. My thing is saying, by you saying something like that, I think that's part of the reason why a lot of you see the interracial dating that we do, because of your attitude. I mean, it's not about the skin color, it's about the person. And I just realized that, and started dating black men. I dated him in 2011. That's when we started. And now, since we haven't been together, I've dated other black men, and it shouldn't matter. And I don't feel like people look at me weird anymore. I feel like it's more accepting, at least in my area. I am like right by New York City and Philadelphia and such. But my rant's over. But I wish that I could change the world in the way that they deal with differences, whether it's different races, different religions, different sexual orientations, different personalities. Just because someone's different and has different, likes and dislikes in society, or doesn't conform, or they like to dress a certain way, I just wish that people would be more accepting. So, the last question is, what is your biggest wish? My biggest wish is for, there's two. There's a personal one and then like a more broad one. My biggest wish personally is for my family and friends, anyone close to me, to be genuinely happy and content in their lives. They find peace, and they just live a very, happy life. And the bigger wish for me is that I just hope that in my lifetime I will see positive change in the world, in the way that people treat each other, and just violence and so many things. Which is crazy, is that my wishes have to do with outside things and not myself. A wish for myself is that I can learn to focus on the future instead of the present and the past, because when you continue to focus on the past, it's a form of self-torture. You have to forgive yourself or forgive other people for whatever it is that's bothering you, or use the experiences to learn and to grow. And there's a lot of growth through pain and suffering, and I just read a book that kind of talks about these things, so that's why it's fresh in my head. But for myself, I just want to live in the moment, like I started this whole video, and to really get out of my head. So So that's the My Wishes tag. Wow, you learned a lot about me. That's why we call this Real Talk here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely leave some comments. Please be respectful of others, respectful of my views. Even if you don't agree with me, please, no hate. So I'll talk to you guys later.